Hello everyone, my name is Kenmei, and today in Fire Emblem Heroes we're doing a new summoning session. This time around we have the newest cultural banner, and it's not going to be elemental themed, but it's going to be themed around Regna Ferox from Awakening. And so we do have a Crom, and it is 100% moth, don't question that. But we also have Chulainn, because why not? And we also have a mother-daughter duo, which is pretty cute in the form of Fir, and I was going to say Ira, because for some goddamn reason Ira and Karla are the same in my mind, and I don't know why. Maybe because, you know, aside from physical resemblance, parallels in story, things like that. Okay, so we are actually going to do quickly the wish list. Fir is going to be on top just because she's a duo. Then I think Crom and Moth are going to be, you know, around the same place. And then last, I guess not least, Chulainn. You're nice, you bring some fodder, but, I mean, clearly, if I only get one of you, I mean, having more would be nice, but we shall see how our luck goes. So, okay. Right after I said, oh, Chulainn, you know, you cannot come, I wouldn't bother. Of course, I got many of a chance. So, this banner seems to be pretty divisive, whether on the unit effect side, which I'm not going to be, I'm not going to extend about it, because I think you know how little. It's not that I don't care about it. It's just that, as usual, whenever I read, it even goes with refines. Whenever I read those refines, things like that, kind of funny getting Mustafa here. Basilio would be even better. When I even read refines, my mind, I'm trying to focus, but my mind eventually just, you know, won't bother anymore. So I'm like, okay, I can't do that for units I like. I'll try to see if I can see some keywords and be over with it. So in terms of effects, it's just kind of sad, I guess, that Crom and Lucina are getting only the same archetype with the same kind of playstyle, but it is what it is. In terms of theme and character choice, I do think it is the theme that is a bit more divisive, where I can actually talk about it, not in a sense of I'm heavily invested in it, but I do think the theme in itself is cool. The choice of Crom and Marth, sorry, not Marth, Birdie. Okay, I'll take you. I mean, I was kind of expecting to get nothing, so plus attack might be good. I don't recall what mine is. So, I think Crom and Masked Marth are clearly... there are choices you can argue about. I mean, they could have put Basilio and Flavia. It would have been even better in terms of trying to get Cactus with lower representation. Alts, but also, you know, it's kind of, I understand, it's not as outlandish as some of the choices. So, and I think the thing is, if you put duos aside, because Crom was the backpack of young female Robin and Lucina, Ninja Lucina, I do think, if I recall correctly, his last official ult was his CYL ult, and that's already like 3 years ago? Something like that? So I'm not mad to see him getting a new ult. The fact that he was also a backpack, I mean, you cannot put that on the side. But, I mean, it's nice. Same for Mask Moth, even though, you know, it's the same thing as, listen to what I'm going to say. I think it's the same thing as, you know, wanting more young Tiki or old Tiki representation, you know. Oh, we have so, you know, it's basically the same character, but you would want more representation of one of the other. Okay, Chulainn. Hello? But it's kind of nice, you know, to have this kind of character. Chulainn. Ogma as well, even though he already has an ult. Which also could mean he could get a Resplendent in the coming month. Which I wouldn't be mad. But I think for Masked Moth, I do like, even though it's technically a Lucina ult, I do like that she's getting an ult. She, you know, she doesn't really have one aside from her backpack in Summer Mia Duo. So that's my thought about Chrom and Lucina as a choice. It could have been Basilio and Flavia. It could have been nice. And then for Fir and a Mother, a few other people have noted that already, so I'm not going to dilly-dally around it or be too extensive about it. Is the expression I was looking for. It's interesting to see that IS has a hard time making harmonics that are not, you know, familial bonds. Fuck off. Familial bonds. Hello, Chulainn. Familial bonds. That, you know, across different games. Okay, for some reason my mind was like, wait, isn't there supposed to be something else? Nope. No. Sound is good. So it's kind of interesting to see that a lot of the harmonics we've had are just, you know, familial bonds. But it's also nice, you know, Fir and Karla having some bonding time, and hello Zeke. Were you here? But I do admit, I just have a little problem with Karla's design. First design I really like, and I really vibe with the Regna Ferox aesthetic in general. I mean, it's kind of goofy and funny. It's kind of oh yeah, do we really need to take gladiator theme so seriously? Let just it be, you know, some show off of power instead of, you know, mercenaries. Tonight? Dearest, thank you. Let's it not be, you know, mercenaries out for blood, but just a show of power and strength. And so I think the Regna Ferox aesthetic is really nice in that regard. But I do have this little problem with Karla's design, especially because I do think it's a bit too on the nose on the, oh, I'm a sexy swordswoman. And I mean, she is beautiful. So why not, you know, why not enhance that? But, I mean, you can always do better than something that barely covers your ass. And I'm not like, oh no, I don't want to see any ass in my game. No. I mean, I wouldn't say no to some male ass, so, I mean, I would be hypocrite saying no to any asses. And I mean, we've got another unit we can talk about. in terms of fan service. I hope I can do so. I hope I can do so before the end of the session. But I do find it's a bit annoying that it reminds me. The thing is, it reminds me of the Pyra Mithra. Not so much controversy, but when they tried to censor Mithra when Xenoblade got in the West, and you know, they put some leggings on her, and it was actually better in terms of design, I think, than just, you know, letting her with a short dress. And I mean, she can have a short dress, but I do find it more interesting with leggings than just, oh, wanna see those legs? So yeah, I do think they can make things appealing. Hello, Chrome! So I was a bit luckier than some other Fey Troopers. My respects to... I don't think it was plus speed. It might actually be the West... Oh, okay, he might... Wait. Because I was like, oh, with so much focus on attack and defense, for sure he's going to have mid-speed. Why do you have so much speed, my dude? With the increase of stats, even having 19 resistance is not enough. You can be 5-star now if you want Chulainn. Well, no. You could have been 5-star here, specifically. So yeah, I do find it a bit lazy that, to appeal to the audience and make characters more sexy, they just go, oh, just, you know, remove some clothes, but enough for them to be covered. You can do better. Okay, I'm screaming because I need to check. But I've wanted to get a random Leanne ever since, you know, she's far from being plus 10, but she's a really pretty lady. And I haven't had one ever since I have the precise date. The 2nd of January of 2023. So, I'm ecstatic. I did, ooh, we could hope for Fear here and Spark for Moth. Let's hope. So, yeah, I do think you can do better if you want to make characters sexy or appealing than just removing Celine. More, you can do more than just removing Celine. All right. Okay. Very lucky session, actually, honestly. I guess I can talk... We'll just talk quickly about the new character incoming, which is, spoiler alert, a new version of Ash, which makes me think we can maybe expect Base Veronica to come as well. And honestly, I do think a Sharina ult is not exactly out of range. You know, it can be expected. I know this is copium right now, but with the way things are going, hello Marita, you could have been suited for this banner. I think it is a possibility. And talking about Ash herself, I wonder what this kind of character is going to be in terms of new units. But I like her. I wish she had a bit more. You know, but I wish they didn't go the way they did. You know exactly what I mean. Did I just completely forget to check IVs each time on the Chulainns? I think I did. Oh, neutral. You might be the one I give. Alright, so we're not going to get Moth. I mean, I did think I was getting luckier than some other VTubers. Oblivion. I'm as lucky as you. Not getting more. But yeah, as for Ash, I do think it's kind of sad they went this way. But otherwise, I do enjoy the callback to her father, technically. And can't wait to see what kind of unit it's going to be. Yes. All right. So this is going to be the session. We're not going to do any more about it. We should have in a bit more than a week, I guess. Whenever this banner goes out, usually, so 9 days. All right. So thank you for watching this session. I hope you were lucky for your pulls. And I guess until next time, take good care of yourselves, everyone. Bye-bye!